Alright guys, welcome back to Vintage Poor Boy Survival on Elm Creek. This is Graybeard Gaming, and we have to get the hay baled up and get it off the field so that we can finish those contracts and move into May so that we can get our soybeans planted. Yes, I have $64,000 in the bank, and that's because I want to buy one of the fields behind our farm so that we can have another option to make money. So yeah, last episode we did purchase our baler and a wagon for the baler. I'm hoping that they're compatible. If not, well, it would go along with our channel and just kind of not making great decisions. But let's give it a shot and see what happens. Yeah, see if we can back this up and get it hooked up. I have used this baler before in other playthroughs. I do like it. It seems to do a pretty good job. Its pickup is pretty good. So yeah, we are going to see if we cannot get that hooked up. I was thinking it would hook up. Does this not hook up? It may not. But if it doesn't, that's fine. It's quick to pick all that up. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to head up to our field and get started on the baling. The reason I did pick that trailer or that wagon up is because it does hold 100+ bales, and this makes slightly larger bales than the one it actually was originally designed to go with as far as the baler. But that's fine because it's still supposed to pick up that size. If it doesn't, well, I've made worse decisions, but I'm hoping it'll work. Yeah, so I really do like this baler. I mean, it looks like it was pulled out of a growth of brush, and because it was forgotten for 40 years. And I'm okay with that. We're actually going to leave it along the side of the road up here. Now, one of the other things I've been thinking of was I don't like to lug baling equipment back and forth up here. It's one thing to just drive the tractors up. I don't think it's the end of the world to just go ahead and leave the baler and that type of stuff up here. I'm actually considering getting another tractor and just parking it up here, and another windrower. That way I just have all the equipment that's necessary up here already. The only issue I'm going to have is when I need to get gas. So let's go ahead. We're going to unfold this and we're going to drop it down and we're going to get it started. And this is the loudest baler, I think, in the entire game. But just the sound of it, it just seems so realistic. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start baling these, we're gonna start dropping them, and hopefully this will not take too long. I don't think it's gonna take long to do this baling. and I think it's going to take even less time to pick them up. So, yeah. What baler do you guys like to use? Outside of the quick bale, because I know that's a personal favorite of mine. I used to use it a lot, especially when it was first available and I first found it. Then I started thinking, you know, it was just too much of a rush. And I kind of grew tired of using it, I guess. It was definitely fun at first because I was whipping through grass fields and I was making lots of money. But the more I used it, I just quickly got tired of it. I don't like to sit there and wrap bales. I found myself going more and more back towards using a clamp and putting my grass in there to make my silage. I don't think that's the perfect method either. I know that there is a production that you can drop your grass and your straw and all that into it, and you can even drop your excess hay into it, and it'll make silage, and it makes it really quick. So, you know, once we've gotten to a point where money doesn't really matter, I'm gonna switch over to that. I'll ultimately get rid of any method that I can use to make silage in any other way. I may continue to bale because I think it'd be quicker than running back and forth with a forage wagon. Ooh, I guess I didn't see that one and I drove right over it. But yeah, I do think that the production, once money no longer is an issue, so I might say after, like, you know, after we're sitting there with $100,000 in the bank at all times, then we might just go ahead and purchase that. Because we can put our straw in it, and the straw is just not worth. It's just not worth having straw to have straw. It's just not something I feel like makes any sense to deal with anymore, especially when you're on a difficult economy. So if I do decide to put a tractor up here and just park it for just using, to just utilize it as my wagon that sits up here, or my tractor that's going to sit up here, is there one you think I should look to get? I've thought of this as the opportune time to put the Oliver into play. If I did that, I would need to get some fuel canisters and just leave them up here, which that's fine. I don't think that's the end of the world. Because that Oliver will suck through the fuel pretty quickly. So yeah, that's one of the things I've been thinking about. or maybe I'll just leave the Renault up here and buy another tractor for our yard that can do more stuff, such as getting just maybe getting that John Deere 4000 that I've spoken of in the past, because that too would allow us to have a front loader on that actual tractor, and that would be a way for me to just kind of honor my own personal history growing up with that tractor having been the one that we used on the farm. So yeah, right now these bales, they weigh 600 liters. I am going to have more than enough with these 3 fields to complete these 4 contracts. So yeah, bearing that in mind, I guess what I'll need to do is get the other field windrowed as grass, and I'll need to get my forage wagon up here so that we can just put all of that into the clamp. And that's probably going to be anywhere from, I hate guessing, but I would say at least 1 full load, if not 2, and a partial for that field over there. So why don't I go ahead and get him started. Alright, and he is going with, I've hired someone to get that field all windrowed up. The next thing I have to think about is, am I going to build that auto loading wagon? I was really hoping that it would just pull behind this, but it doesn't want to hook up to this this baler, which that kind of makes me a little sad. I was really hoping it would. I just thought it would be kind of fun, but we'll just have to use that as an auto load. And like I said, we're going to make a small deduction to say we hired some local high school FFA kid that wants some sort of acknowledgement at the county fair, but we're still going to pay him, and we'll pay him a nice sum of cash just to load up our wagons. I am really surprised at how quickly this has gone for these 3 fields just to get them baled up. I thought for sure this was going to be much slower, but surprisingly, it has not been slow at all. That is actually much quieter. It's almost like it's pretending I have a cab on the tractor. Wow, is that a significant difference in how loud. Are you serious? 5. Let's see if we can't drive around and find another 5 liters of grass to finish off this last bale. Ooh, I see some. I thought I got it all, but apparently I missed a little bit here. did not pick any of that up. That was silly. I thought for sure I had some. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, we're going to have it drop that out. And we will fold this back up. We're going to park it right over here by our tedder. That's where it's going to sit. Ooh, I don't want it out on the road though, so I'm going to hook it back up, back it up. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and pick up that trailer. So we can get this all picked up and start taking it in to complete some of these missions. I will need to be careful and not complete field 19 till after I have picked up that grass with my forage wagon, but I think that ought to be easy enough to remember. I say that. So yeah. What do you guys think of that little Ferguson baler? I really like it. It does a good job. It runs pretty quickly through the field. I am aware that the really large field just south of our farm is available to be cut, tedded, and baled up. Maybe we'll do it in a different month when we have nothing else going on. Something like June maybe, because I don't have anything to do in June, so that's an option. And when I talk about putting a tractor at that area, I don't think I'm going to do it right now, just because I want to buy my harvester, I want to buy the header for the harvester, and I also want to get that Foresight, I hope I pronounced that correctly, root vegetable harvester for beets and potatoes. This trailer looks kind of goofy, very thin, very long. I don't know, we'll let it we'll use it and see how we like it. I do have to make sure I have it charged and ready to pick up. Put it in operating position. Alright, so it is B. When we get to the field, hopefully it will pick those up. I guess I've never noticed that that road sign there. It just says hill, as if we were driving blind. I don't think I've ever seen a road sign that told me there was a hill. I have seen road signs that say hidden drive, curve, T intersection, but never had one tell me that there was a hill coming up. Alright, well, we are almost there. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. Looks like I've got a little bit of work to do making sure that all of that gets windrowed, which we'll do off camera. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I do want to show you guys this new equipment, and I feel like that's important. This bale is not supported. Well, isn't that poopy? Alright, well, that means that this trailer was a complete waste, and we're gonna have to load them by hand. I was really hoping this would work because it said the size was going to work. We're going to take it back. We're going to sell it. And we will actually refund the difference because we were hoodwinked. The shop wants to maintain its reputation. So yeah. It's okay though. At our farm we do have the larger grain wagon, and we will, I guess, use that. We'll have to toss them on there by hand. I'm hoping that we can actually pick them up because they are relatively large. 600 liters is not small. All right, so watch out, dear. This is not how I want to do this. But at least the baler worked how we wanted. It was exactly what I wanted for a baler. So yeah, we will change over both of our trailers and we'll haul them both up as bale trailers. And we will start picking up all of those bales by hand. So yeah, we'll be done somewhere around 9 p.m. So yeah, we're gonna get, looks like we're gonna have to give ourselves $601 back. And that'll offset that mess up. Such shenanigans, I tell ya. Not the end of the world, guys. I guess one thing we should look at is what is going to be planted in these other fields behind our farm. I mean, yeah, we can. So it looks like we got barley here, oats here, or wheat there. Nothing right there yet. Or is that sorghum? Nope, it's not sorghum. So I think we wait to see what gets planted there. If it's soybeans, it might be prudent to purchase that field instead. I mean, we have easy access to it. It's right there. And maybe we wait and see what gets planted there. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. Whatever tractor we do put up there will have front loader ability, so I'm going to make sure that that's all right. So we're going to customize this back into a bale trailer. Thank you. All right. And let's go hook that other trailer up, and we'll go ahead just turn this into a good old time. As you can tell, I'm not really excited about putting all these bales on here by hand. Luckily for us, there's not a whole ton left to do for this month. Is there a hitch on this? Yeah, it looks like there is. So, looks like we're gonna hook one more thing up. You're running the train. Keep your minds out of the gutters, guys. Am I going to do this the cheating way? Yes, yes I am. All right. Come on. Come on, Bessie. There you go. I don't know. Is this a Bessie? Is this a Bertha? You know what? We're going to name it Allie. I know. Real original, huh? Alright, let's customize this into a... Alright. Chugga chugga choo choo. Let's get going, guys. It says auto load. I just don't know if I truly believe it. That's a lot of bales. But yeah, this looks silly because it is. But it's taking too long to get this stuff up to the fields. Next question will be whether or not I can actually make the turn to get onto the road heading up to those fields. And then after that, whether or not I can climb the hill. And I'm not talking about the one it's warning us about. I'm talking about the one up to those fields. That's a big hill. But we will leave the forage wagon at the bottom. And yeah, I did not realize this is actually an auto load trailer, so I don't know, it might not actually fit for this size of bale. I don't think it does. I guess what we can do is we can look at our garage, which I have to be in the right window set. And I really should stop not paying attention. I mean, paying attention is paramount to good farming. Look at that, all three of those cars, same exact model. Ugh. And you know what? I could try to edit out this little bit, but let's just say if I get distracted easily. So checking out those cars, yeah, that was totally me. And I have to say, if I were a fish, I would be caught quickly. Anything shiny and I'm going to be on top of it. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to end this episode here, and then for the next one we're going to pick up all of that hay, and then we will go ahead with the forage wagon, pick up the rest of that grass, drop that all off where it belongs, complete those contracts. Next episode I did want to get into that other field, but what I think I'll do is I'll sleep after we get done with the hay and grass in the next episode, and when we come back in May, I'll have already taken all of the grass off of that field next to our farm, and we will start our next episode cultivating. So with that in mind, guys, I'd like to tell you thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you're a better man than I am. And please, if you did enjoy this video, like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Leave any comments that you guys might have. I appreciate those as well. And we will see you guys next time. Have a great day.